others was doing, but I didn't understand nothing about the Bible. At that time, I didn't read a Bible. And then, I grew up, as young, with dreams, trying to, raise money, because I live in extreme poverty in this area. And normally we have Latin people, Salvadorian, we don't move too far away, when I was born in this area. So I was, wondering if one day I could raise money and, make a different life. I was, as many of the Salvadorian or Central America has the American dream, that we want to go to the United States and to make money and things like that. So I got a job then, and then in my job I participated in a scholarship program. I was the one who was elected to go to the United States, 4 people from El Salvador, and I met with 4 of them of Central America and Dominican Republic in United States. I was in United States, when I leave my country, I leave my son Gerardo. He was 13 days old when I lived to the United States. So I went to the United States and was, in my dream, what can I do and how can I do money? But I was in a specific training for 1 year in the medical field. So because I was in the United States, I want to approach the opportunity. We have the class for ESL, and all my co-workers that we were in the United States, anyone wanted to learn English. So we had about 5 different teachers in English, and everyone, we dismissed them. So because nobody would make a difficult time for all the teachers. And then 6 months later, because it was 1 year, but 6 months later, we met Mike. That time specifically, he was coming from, I think he was coming from Italy, as being a missionary, and he was offering his service to be, to help. He knew that Latin people or people from another country were in the campus in SPJC, and at that time, and then he offered his service to help. And at that time, we didn't have any teacher for the English. He offered his help, to teach English to our people. And we say, well, this is the 5th teacher, so we will miss very soon. But then he is a tough man. He stayed at the end. And then Mike saw that, it was difficult, the group, 20 people. And he said, I will choose 5 of the best, of the students. He took 2 Salvadorian, 2 Honduran, and 1 Dominican Republic. And he started teaching English to us. The way that he started with this New Testament that I keep having. He started teaching not as normally one teacher does. He started teaching the Bible to us. And we started, with him, and he saw it, started he finished with the 5 of us. But I showed that I was more interested in learning English. He was, putting more attention to me. And we became good friends. He was, inviting me to his house. He invited me to see or visit different places. He invited me to go to the beach, the bars, and... Just kidding.
Okay, we gotta go to the village now.
I'm just kidding. He invited me, to go to the beach, and the way that I can learn more English. We have a good conversation. He was always preaching the Bible to me. At that time, any one of the people that were there, anyone was interested to learn the Bible. We just want to learn. Some of us was interested to learn English. Some others, they say, well, okay, we want to be friends with the gringos, and that's all. But then he was preaching the Bible all the time. And he gave us to each one of us the New Testament. So I keep having for 15 years this one. So then we became a good friend. But it was the time that I have to leave the country. We have to leave the United States and come back to our countries. I remember the words my saying, you have, something that I can help to you. Just call me and I can help you. because I became a good friend with Mike, and the others quit because they didn't want to in the way that Mike was teaching. So in that time, I didn't receive the Lord yet. So because I doesn't care about that, about the Bible, about what he was teaching or preaching. So, and then at the last time that I was leaving United States, he said, just call me if you need something. And just at the last time when I was leaving the country from the United States, he gave me the phone number of him. And so I came back to El Salvador, starting a new life and the same position of my job. And I keep my Bible, in a library. But then, about 5 months later that I came back to El Salvador, I remember that we have a festival in El Salvador, in Rosario, that is doing right now, the Festival of Rosario. I say, well, I will invite Mike, my friend, to come to the festival, that he can come and know El Salvador. I was in the United States for 1 year. They showed me how to eat peanut butter, so I will show him how to eat rice and beans. And I invited him to come, and he was, I think he was eager, waiting for a telephone call. So I called him, and he said, "Oh, we will go to El Salvador." He brought 11 people, the first team that came to El Salvador, and they didn't come just for a visit. They came to preach the gospel to the village, to the mayor, to the town, and they came to spread the gospel. In that time, when the people saw that they came to spread the gospel, to preach the gospel, they start to, Catholic people start to take me out of the of the game. They don't want me with them. So and then I started learning, and I started reading the Bible. In that time, 2 years later, I was receiving to the Lord. Then my father, mother,
his mother went to be home with the Lord just a few months ago.